Well, heading to the silver moon, baby ocean sea. I thought that I'd feel brand new, but trouble's on the way. And I know that there's a solitary life that's filled with peace, but sometimes a man just needs a wife. Break my heart, break my bones, you still hang around wherever I may roam. Yeah, you got behind my eye, it's more than I can take.
Look at this planet on the side of my face. Like, what in the world? I have a really bad sunburn, and that popped up, and I'm freaking out now because I didn't have it before I got the sunburn. But, like, can y'all see? Yeah, like, my face is sunburnt. My chest is sunburnt. It's bad. Look at that line. We're starting another productive weekend. These videos have been keeping me a camel. These videos have been keeping me a camel. Oh, I've got like the Patriot like hair going right now. I'm just trying to help gravity grow my hairline back out because my bun stays on top of my head, so all my hair goes up like a Super Saiyan, and then it pulls up here. This is pulling back though, so I don't think that, now that I'm looking at it, now that I'm saying it out loud, it doesn't quite make sense as to why I'm wearing it like this and not up on my head, because it's still pulling it. I had chlorine in it all day yesterday though, and I only wash my hair once or twice a week, and it's not time to wash it yet, so I've been letting it chill, and I can't wear it down because it is wild and crazy right now. But we're starting out another productive weekend vlog. I just got dinner in the crock pot for tonight. It is Friday. I got the garlic parmesan chicken pasta. That is a staple in our house. You guys have seen me make that 1,000 times, but I will make it 1,000 more times because it is one of our favorites. It is very, very flavorful, very, very strong. If you don't like strong flavors, it's not for you. If you don't like salty, just very flavorful flavors, bold flavors, it's definitely not for you. I would even go as far to say it is bolder taste-wise than the Olive Garden chicken pasta that is crazy on YouTube and TikTok and Pinterest and all those places. It's even stronger than that, and that already is a very strong flavor, I think. Those two pastas are two of our favorite pastas to make, and I love it when I can pull out the crock pot because it means I don't have to do much cooking in the evenings, and tonight I need exactly that because not only is it going to be an extremely productive weekend, but I have to get the move on it because my kids have karate tonight, and I just remembered, this is my mom brain. Y'all call me Super Mama in the comments all the time. It is not so. That is a lie. I am not Super Mama. I'm just now remembering from last week that one of my kids has a stain in their karate gi. So now I got to hurry up and get that stain out and get them in the wash and get them dried before karate time tonight. We're gonna get it done though, son. I'm just happy to be here. I'm just happy to be here. I might have a mile-long list to accomplish today, but I'm just happy to be here. We're gonna get what we can get done and nothing more, nothing less. Let's go. Since I had to wash their gis anyway, I went ahead and took everything out of their gym bags so that I could wipe down all their equipment, and as well as, like, I was about to say sanctify, like Jesus, sanctify. No, sanitize their gym bags because I forget to do this sometimes. I really shouldn't. I'm trying to be more mindful about stuff like this because of germs. So I'm taking all this out. I'm going to wash their gis with some OxyClean that I have little to no experience in, and I'm going to wipe down their equipment with some all-purpose spray, and then take my Tide antibacterial fabric spray that I love so much and spray the inside of their gym bags just to make sure everything is clean and smells fresh. I really hope I'm not botching the pronunciation of their uniform, like their karate gis. That's how I heard Shane and the kids say it, so I'm just picking it up from them.
Tripping all over you, babe. Tripping all over me. Tripping all over you, babe. Tripping all over me. Tripping all over you.
I'm really just now playing around with OxyClean powder for the first time ever, and I've already messed up one of Colton's shirts, and I don't know how, but there's bleach spots in it. So if you guys know how to use that stuff, please let me know, because the directions on the back of it, they're not clear enough, and I didn't know how to use it. I'm also trying to figure out new things on this machine here because I always just do the same thing. I always use the same settings, so I'm trying to teach myself new things over here. let's pray I don't completely mess those up because those suckers were expensive. This is the Tide antibacterial spray that I love so much. I find this at Ollie's. I can't find it anywhere else ever. I don't know why. I don't know if Walmart doesn't carry it or other stores don't carry it, but the only place I can find it is Ollie's. And when I can find it, I stock up on that sucker because it is that good. I love it. It just makes everything feel more fresh and it smells better, you know. I guess it's where it's Tide. It just, I don't know, it makes it feel cleaner and then it smells good. Honestly, I'm a sucker for anything that's labeled antibacterial. That's how you get me. That's how you get me to buy your product. If it says antibacterial, I'm 9 times out of 10 going to get that thing because there's already a lot of bacteria going on in my house, y'all. I got 4 kids, 2 dogs, and then there's me, and I'm a bacteria breeding ground sometimes. So I need that antibacterial stuff. Now that I've got everything sanctified because it's prayed over, sanitized because it's washed down, and clothes washed and dried, I'm going to pack everything in there neatly except for their geese. I'm going to lay those on top. That way they can just grab them before they leave, and then everything else will be in their gym bag. I'm also going to get their bottles of water ready. That way that we don't have to worry about that while they're rushing out the door.
Like-minded if we could, but that's not the case. Oh, the wind will turn, don't be concerned. Oh, I can learn. When we end this hiding games, and we don't pull on both ways.
I got the kiddos, karate geese, cleaned, their bags cleaned, their equipment's clean, all that like that, just in the nick of time. That is all I've done today with dinner, but at least I got that done and I didn't fail because I was worried I was going to fail. So I was working overtime to make sure I got that done and ready for them so they wouldn't have been late. I need to get some laundry in the washer because I have a crap ton of laundry to do. I never got caught up from last weekend, and you guys saw in last weekend's reset that I had a lot of laundry to tackle. So I still have a lot of laundry to tackle. I've been trying to prioritize something every weekend. So this weekend I'm going to make my laundry, I'm going to prioritize my laundry and get that done, get that out of the way because I don't have time this next week, especially this next week. I don't have time to worry about trying to catch up on laundry. I'm going to be pushing it to even maintain upkept laundry. Got this cooking. It's been cooking on high for about 4 hours, 4.5 hours. So I'd say by the time the kids get back from karate, I'd say this will be done. So probably while they're on their way home, I'll probably pop in the noodles on the stove and get the noodles cooking. That way everything's done by the time that they get home and we can go ahead and eat because it's going to be pretty late by the time they get home. So I want to eat pretty much as soon as they walk through the door. I'm burning and itching like crazy though. Like I've got aloe on me, but ooh. And the thing is, I don't really even look that sunburnt on camera, but you can tell between my regular skin and so you can tell I'm sunburned. I got my first load, aside from the karate stuff, in the washer. Got the dishes cleared out. I need to do some tidying up around the rest of the house, but I'll get to that after dinner. I'll probably do that with the dinner and tidy up. Got my noodles going. I'm going to take my little meat smasher thing and mix all this up. I love this thing not only for ground beef, but for stuff like this too. I need to get an anyone. I keep making the note to get an anyone because she's fascinated by this thing. We're just going to mix this up real good. And then once it's mixed up and the noodles are done, we're just going to combine it. I've been cooking this on high for about 6.5 hours, so it's basically, the chicken's just falling apart at this point.
What'd you tell me, Della? Oh, they got a bottle of Cadillac converter. What? Catalytic converter. Well, what's the difference? It's not Cadillac. No, I didn't say Cadillac. They got a bottle of Cadillac converter. I said, now you got me confused. Do you know what I'm talking about? One time. After when you get...
Okay. I just got home. I didn't even have time to clean up after dinner. I have to do it in the morning. Okay, I always remember liking that pasta more than I actually do. It's still really good, but for some reason I just always do that. I have all of these fingernail polishes. We just got home, so the dogs need to be let out. I got all these fingernail polishes out for the girls because I painted their nails before karate. And I have had these on for about a month. Look how good they've done. Obviously they've grown out, see that? But wow, like they've done so good. For a month, you can't beat that. The trick is 3 to 4 coats of this Sally Hansen top coat. That's the trick to it, buddy, right there. So I'm going to switch them out now because it's been about a month. I'm going to switch them out to this. I like this a lot. This is the brand that I get. It's from the DG. And like I said, 3 or 4 coats of this stuff right here, which is also from the DG, and it stays on. Like, you're going to have to pry those stickers off. I've never had stickers that stick on like that, and it's all thanks to this. Now that the dogs have been let out, I can actually talk and you can hear me, but this stuff right here is the game changer. It's what makes it. So I'm going to use this, like I said, use the Dashing Diva from DG. I'm going to use this kind, because these are definitely grown out. I'm going to use these, do the same method as I did last time in the last video, but the girls are wanting to watch the new Miraculous movie that came out, and it's their birthday weekend, so we're doing whatever they want to do. We just went and got ice cream, drop of the hat, because they wanted it. It's what they got. So while we watch Miraculous, look at that big old planet. Oh my gosh. While we watch Miraculous, I'm going to be doing my nails, and I'll show you guys what they look like when I get done. But I want to start Miraculous right here in a minute.
Yeah, when Dad's done pooping. Mama, can you tell Nicole not to talk for the whole movie?
So the cool thing about this is obviously I take more baths than I've ever taken in my life nowadays. But I've been taking regular baths, regular showers, washing dishes, doing laundry, all the things, and those suckers have stayed on. In case you missed the last video, I'm just going to briefly show you what I do. In case you're like, Marina, I'm not putting stickers on my fingernails. Why not? They're cheap. Cheaper than you want to get your nails done. They're pretty. Do they look professionally done? Probably not, but I don't care. If it don't bother me, I'm unbothered, so I'm unbothered. So in these, you have little ones like this right here. There's like 3 different prints in these. Sometimes it's just 2 prints. And then you have this packet here, which has a file in it, an alcohol swab, and an anti-theft thing, so don't ever try to steal these. Ouch. I hate nails. Alright, so you just want to wipe down your nails real good. Make sure all that residue from the last set is off. It doesn't take a whole lot, because there's not a lot of residue. I like doing these because my fingernails constantly are feeling like they look dirty, and I don't like that because they're not dirty. I do wash my hands. I like these because it hides my fingernails, but it doesn't chip like regular fingernail polish. So the thing I'm running into here and I'm seeing here is I only have 1 set of the solid colors, which is odd. Usually you have more solid colors than you do glitter colors. I have more sets of this. These are the ones I had the most sets of. So I can either A, paint my nails and then like white and put it on top of that so that you can see them better, or just use these with these as accent colors. I don't like these as accent colors for this. I would like this with accent colors with these, but I don't have enough of these. So we're gonna do these with accent colors of the extra. So we're gonna be really glittery. We're gonna be super glittery. I'm going to put this as my accent. You just literally are gonna lay it down and then squeegee it out like you would contact paper if you're putting it on a wall or something. Squeegee it out, bend it over your nail like so. Bend it over your nail like so. And then you're going to take your file.
It was camouflage.
And you're gonna file that excess off. It's gonna look a little scraggly at first, but once you file it down, it's gonna be fine. And then once you put on your top coat is what really flattens it and lets it lay like flat. So I'm gonna do the same thing to this one over here. You can also match up your nails. I've done this so much that I pretty much know what size I need for what nail, but even I mess up sometimes. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it probably does to some people, but it don't matter to me. So we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna squeegee it on there, turn it like this, and then I wonder where this ever came, where people started doing one accent nail.
Bootleg.
That's not bootleg. So we've got that going on. So I'm gonna do the rest of these like that, and then we'll come back. The trick to making sure these suckers stay on, and I have learned this through trial and error, is, okay, they're going to look like that at first where it's all like flimsy and it looks like peeled off stickers. But if you put this, and specifically the Sally Hansen Fast Dry kind as a top coat, any top coat would probably work, but this stuff works the best. Go around the entire perimeter of the sticker, like cover all the seams. And as you can see me here, like I'm even doing the top where the sticker ends at the top of my fingernail. I'm coating that over, and kind of think of it as a polyacrylic over a project. It seals it so that it can't peel off whenever you're doing stuff around the house. I usually have a lot of excess around my nails here, you can see, but that comes off over time. But you could also take it off with like a Q-tip. I'm gonna get started on laundry because it's the next day. While I did focus a lot of this day on laundry, my big laundry day this weekend was definitely on Sunday, and we all tackled it together, so we got a lot done. I'm going to teach Colton how to make tea because he's constantly asking me to make some, and a lot of times I'm like busy, and I'm like, this is the perfect opportunity to teach you how to do it. So you're gonna get a little pot like this, okay? You're gonna fill it with water. Turn that on. So do you know how to do it? You push it down and turn it.
So where do I go?
Normally you would only do one, but I'm gonna do 2 gallons out of this. We're gonna do 2, but you just do one.
Oh, you just put them in there.
You just pop them in there, and you just do 1. Okay. Now you leave it to boil for a few minutes. Okay. A wash pot never boils, Colton. A wash pot never boils. It'll probably even boil faster if you put that on there. Oh. Look what one of our friends sent me because I broke my pitiful whisk. A couple of videos ago, I broke my whisk. They sent me 3 whisks. I love them. They're different sizes. I'm obsessed. They are the prettiest whisks I've ever owned.
I'm so confused. What do you want me to do and not to do?
Okay, don't do that part. Don't do that part.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'm really not a good.
What are you making?
We're okay. All right. So then you're gonna take this off, okay? And you're gonna take tongs
And take those out?
okay? And you're going to take it out, but you're gonna squeeze it.
Ew.
Oh no! Okay.
You're not very good at this, are you?
Not Colton. Little powder stuff shouldn't be in there. How much came out? Was it a lot?
A lot. This is contaminated.
I'm not seeing any, so.
Okay.
Alright, so
you
what
trust
you
your
do?
eyesight, not your instincts.
What you do? Alright, so what we're gonna do is if you make this, you're gonna wait till that cools down.
But you're gonna do it hot.
But I'm experienced. Ground tea leaves. I'm pretty sure.
Tea water.
So tea water. Alright, so you're gonna wait till it cools down. But me, I'm going to, and then I'm going to fill the rest of the way up with water. So we're diluting this. If you just drunk it like this, it would be super strong.
So let me get this straight. It's more water than tea.
Pretty much. You'll fill it up to about there, okay?
Your hands are shaking.
Once you get it filled to there, this is my teaspoon. Actually, get it, teaspoon. We'll do this one, okay? You're gonna put You see this? I already have the cup in here.
Yeah, you always keep that. Make sure there's no bugs in it. Always check for worms.
1 scoop, 2 scoop, almost completely full. 3 scoops. Then you're gonna take this, stick it down in here, and stir.
By the willow trees.
Alright, once you got that good and stirred, you wanna not let that cool down too much because you want the hot tea to kind of disintegrate the sugar. Okay, so it's not grainy when you drink it. Now, Mama used to make it in the microwave, but our friends said that it's better on the stove, and I agree it is. So I'm gonna pour a little bit in here.
Shake it off. Shake it off.
Alright, you ready? Alright, what? Cheers.
Watch how fast I can drink this.
What do you think, though? It needs more sugar.
Great.
Honestly, let's just pick. What?
Some of that tea powder from the tea bags in there.
Alright, let's get this laundry tackled. I got a bunch I need to fold. So I have 3 loads here that I need to fold and get put away. I'm going to do the folding and the kiddos will run it and put it away for me. But we're 3 loads in. We have several loads to go. We have, I'd say, probably 10 more loads to go. That's how backed up my laundry has gotten. It's gotten a little bit out of control. I don't let the housework consume me on the weekends. Like, I know I tell you guys, like, I take my weekends to get ahead, and I really do, but I don't let it consume me. I do things that I like to do, and I spend time with my family first and foremost. And I do things like I like to do, like read. Like, I literally just finished a book, and it's called Cellar. That book was weird, by the way. I do not recommend it. I do not recommend that book to anybody. It was weird. It's like, think Psycho. It gives me Psycho vibes. You know how like the relationship between that guy and his mom was? Like, it gives me Psycho vibes. And he has issues. He has major, obviously. He has major issues. He desperately wants a family. So he takes these girls and he puts them in a cellar. And the cellar isn't like this dark and scary place. He's like made a little apartment in the cellar. And every girl that he brings in is named after a flower. So you have Poppy, you have Rose, you have Violet, and you have Lily. That ain't their real names though, because he kidnaps a girl named Summer and he renames her Lily. And these girls are like, it's crazy what goes on. Like, it's crazy. He has this vengeance against like adult workers from something that his father did to he and his mother when they were little. He takes his anger out on current time adult workers, and so he's made it his life mission to save the world by taking care of these people. So he kidnaps this girl named Summer because he likes to kidnap only like the pure and like the innocent people. He kidnaps this girl named Summer and he renames her as Lily. Well, she gets here and she realizes like most of these girls, it's like a Stockholm syndrome sort of thing. They're okay with being down there because they've been down there for so long, and they don't even dare to like question him or like go against him at this point. It's just like where they live now. They've kind of accepted their fate, I guess you could say. Though the women have accepted their fate, they realize that through time, this man, which they have to call Clover, by the way, that's not his real name, but they have to call him Clover, that this man is continuously getting worse as the years go on. Like, he used to be, in a weird way, really nice to them, even though he kidnapped them. Like, he used to be really nice to them and stuff, and now he's progressively getting more violent and scary. So about the time summer comes around, they've really been able to tell a difference, and they're really freaked out by it and pretty much scared into submission, I guess you could say, like scared into being quiet and doing as they are told and stuff. But the thing about it is, all those other girls, they were girls who weren't missed because they didn't have family, they were homeless, they were runaways. Nobody really even knew they were gone to miss them. But when he went after Summer, for some reason he went after Summer, and the book doesn't really specify. When he went after Summer, Summer's not a runaway, and Summer is not a homeless person. Like, she had a family, she had a boyfriend, she had a whole life, and people were missing her. So it turned into a countrywide search for this girl, and she is literally in the cellar of a man who is very active in his community. Very prestigious job. You would never think ever that he would have these ladies in his cellar. Nobody would even have guessed it until he starts acting shady when he comes to help Summer's family and friends search for her. Well, the book is about basically her boyfriend or her family continuously looking for her and kind of playing cat and mouse with this guy who they are beginning to suspect but have no evidence against. When I tell you I was shook, I was shook. I don't know if I would recommend it because, like, it does dive into some serious stuff, and it's an adult book. I mean, I think it's either a new adult. I know it's not young adult, I don't think. It's either a new adult or adult. There's not like a whole lot like of spice or anything like that. It's not anything like that. It's just a very serious toned book because it touches, you know, kidnapping. It touches a lot of serious topics. So I guess like the author in their own kind of way was trying to be, I don't know, kind of take that seriously, I guess you could say. So it did go into like detail about stuff, and it is a little bit graphic and gory in a sense because he basically makes these girls do his dirty work. And he does it in the guise of saying they're a family. So if like one goes down, they all go down. So I did finish that book. I finished that this last week, and then I went to start a new book this weekend, and it's not, I DNF'd it. I even got to like 50% thinking I could push through it, and I DNF'd it. Which if you don't know what that is, it's do not finish. I got the tea powder in my throat right now. That is no joke. But it means do not finish. So I DNF'd it, and I don't like to DNF books, but I promised myself this year, I think I even told you guys, that I was not going to force myself into finishing a book I didn't want to read because I didn't want to waste time. I mean, that takes time away from, that takes hours out of my life to finish a book that I don't even care about or that I actively hate. So I ain't doing that. So even though I got 50% of the way through, it was not what it was sold to me as. So like this person who told me to read it, they were like, it is, you know, spicy. A lot of my friends, they have that taste in books. And I'm not here to judge anybody or anything. You do your own thing. That's your own prerogative. But a lot of my friends, like a lot of women my age, that's their kind of book. And there's no in between. It's either spicy books or it's Amish books. So I'm either always getting recommended spicy books or Amish books. But the person who told me to read this, like they, you know, to no fault of their own, they kind of sold it to me as it was more plot over spice. And I can handle stuff like that. I can skip pages all day long. As long as I'm not missing anything on the plot by skipping pages, I don't care to skip pages. But I couldn't skip any of the pages because it was all, to me, there was like hardly any plot. So I'm not even going to name that book because I don't even want that out there that I even attempted to read that. I didn't know much about it going in, and I was like, no, I can't do this. So I don't really know what I'm going to read. I would like to try the Francine Rivers, not When Love Comes Softly. I've already read that by Jeanette Oak. Redeeming Love. I would like to try that again, but I mentioned on my live this past week, I mentioned that I started that book because one of y'all sent it to me, and you said that you thought it would really, like, speak to me. So I want to finish it. I only got maybe an eighth of the way through, and I had to put it down because I didn't know it would go into so much detail, and I can resonate so much with it. Like with my past, I can resonate so much with the beginning of that book, and I wasn't expecting it, so it kind of took me back. If I had been expecting it, it probably wouldn't have bothered me because, I mean, I'm pretty okay. I'm not okay with what happened to me as a kid, but I've come to terms with it happened, and there's nothing I can do to change it, and I just have to use it as a method to better myself and be more careful with my family and those who I love. So I'm over that happening to me, and I'm over what I went through as a kid, even though it's completely traumatic. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. I'm over it. I'm as over it as I could possibly be. But whenever something just pops up like that out of the blue, I don't have time to prepare for it, so I can't process it. And so I kind of go into a shutdown mode and a fight or flight kind of mode. So I stopped reading it and I kind of let it sit on my bookshelf for a while. And now that I know what to expect, I really want to jump back in it and finish it, because a bunch of you guys, so many of you guys have been like, that is an amazing book, it will speak to you, it's right up your alley. And a lot of you said that it resonated with me, but when you said that, I thought that it was just like my younger 20s and like my marriage years. I didn't realize I would resonate so much with her childhood as well. And that's the part that kind of took me back. But that may be my next read. I don't know. I'm looking for something sort of like Love Comes Softly. I'm feeling like the Love Comes Softly vibes. And I think it's because I need a palate cleanser from the last book I tried to read, which is the one I told you guys about that friend kind of sold me on. Bless her heart. She tried. She tried to find me something I would like. And I just, it was not something I would like. But I think I need a palate cleanser from that, because that was probably the most adult book I've ever attempted to read, and I just can't. So I'm wanting some Jeanette Oak, some Laura Ingalls Wilder, some Amish books, something, anything, anything to keep that out of my mind, to make me forget about that book. I may try to read some more Marie Lou Tyndall, because I read the Escape to Paradise trilogy years ago and I really loved it. It's like a Christian fiction, but it's like got fantasy and romance and all the stuff in it. So I might try to read something else of hers. I've only read the Escape to Paradise trilogy from her, and for the last several years I've been meaning to read more. I just haven't gotten the chance to. But coming back around to what I was saying is, I don't just waste my weekends away doing housework. I do things that I like too, because while I am a homemaker and while, you know, keeping my home tidy is a priority of mine, my world is taking care of my family. And Shane and I were talking about that earlier too, like how with my girl's birthday being this weekend, it's hard because they're getting older. And I'm trying to be okay with that, because I know that being older and growing older is a privilege that's denied to many. And so I'm trying to remember that, but also kind of being scared for my future, because I'm a mom, and I'm not one of those moms who are a mom and something else. My whole identity is wrapped up in my kids and Shane. So I feel like the older they get, the less they need me. It puts me in this weird position where I don't really know who I am outside of that, and I don't want to know who I am outside of that. I just want to be their mom, and I want to be their mom for forever. So when they get older and they don't, and I want them to need me forever. So when they get older, they, you know, the older they get, the less they need me, and they're moving on with their life, and I'm happy about it. But I'm just kind of back here, like, you know. They're literally that country song, there goes my life, there goes my everything, because that's what it is. They're literally my everything. So, outside of them, the only thing I do is read. That's the only thing I do is read outside of them. And then, you know, my YouTube. This is not washed, I just took this off. Will you put that in laundry, baby? Outside of them, I read. That's the only hobby I have that doesn't involve them in some way, shape, or form. So I'm trying to come to terms with that, and knowing and seeing how fast they're growing. I'm also trying to soak up the moments and not waste my time away trying to keep a perfect home, or trying to work my hind end off on the weekends to make sure I'm good Monday. Because while I do like to have my ducks in a row Monday morning, I'm not going to, it's not something I'm willing to sacrifice time with my kids for. If I gotta play catch up, I'll play catch up, but I want that time with my kids. This is a season of life that's flying by, and it seems like every time I blink, it's gone. Like a fart in the wind. I mean, it's there one minute and gone the next, and I sit here and I'm like, this is the last year my girls will be in a single digit. Their next birthday, they'll be in double digits, and I don't know how to process that. because I don't feel like it. I feel like the time has just flown. It shouldn't. Does not feel like 9 years has passed. I have felt a happy medium though with the weekends. Fun, playtime, and work time. And it's been helping me a whole lot, and that's why y'all have been seeing me do so many weekend resets and weekend get my house in orders, get it all done kind of videos. Or just weekends like this where I'm productive, but I'm productive in little short segments of the weekend and not the entire weekend where I'm burning myself out working like a dog to get things done in a weekend. And then I get to Monday and I realize I haven't spent any time with my kids. I'm not doing that. I'm just spending increments of time where I'm working, and then the rest of the weekend I have free to do what I want to do or spend time with my kids, whatever it is. That's how I've been doing it. It's not always a pump it out till it gets done kind of thing. Sometimes it's a gradual get done over the weekend sort of thing, and I'm really liking that, and it's really helping me a lot. Here are the first 3 loads. I even got some over here. I'm gonna have thing 1, thing 2, and thing 3 run these to to their closets. Is that thunder? They're going to run these into their bedroom so that I can keep up with this, and the couch will be clear for the next time I need to fold clothes on here. Look at you, Muscles.
Mama.
Okay. Macho man. I want to be a macho man. So the girls and I made the cupcakes. We're letting them cool. I'm about to start on the icing. I'm trying this, ouch. I'm trying this marshmallow fluff dupe sort of icing. I found it on Pinterest. And up here, I have sprinkles. So I thought those are really good birthday, like, related type of things. So we're going to do the marshmallow cream. It's not really marshmallow cream. It's like homemade marshmallow cream. Did you even pause there so my mind can process what I'm saying? We're going to do that as the icing. Once these are cooled down, I'm going to get started on it. I need to get my bowl out of the fridge, though, for my mixing bowl, because it's been back there with that TikTok sandwich mixture in it for a hot minute. So let's hope we don't get a tint of that in our marshmallow cream. I forgot I had s'more sprinkles. Look. Oh my goodness. Okay. Look. Oh my goodness.
Now Chelsea can have the
Oh my gosh.
Guys, I just got a cool toy today, and it's a puppy set, and look what this dog can do. It has babies.
This looks pretty good, I ain't gonna lie.
That's impressive.
That's good, ain't it? That's the best icing I've ever made. I did it right.
Okay.
We are not doing a power hour this weekend. Like I said, I told you guys in the last video, we've been doing like a family thing on Sundays just to kind of have everybody work together to get the house back up to par. We're not doing a power hour this Sunday, but what we are doing is I am going to be doing a crap ton of folding and putting away of clothes, and the kids are going to run it for me, which means they're going to run it to and fro its home, come back, get more, run it to its home kind of thing. It's the way that this is so light and fluffy, like the peaks and everything. Oh my gosh. That is foolproof. And let me tell you, if you burn it a little bit like I did, that makes it even better. It's like toasted marshmallows.
Man, I always had stories about the city life and the crazy nights. Figure I should probably give it a try. Maybe check it out, see what it's all about. But the traffic was fast and the money was slow. The people I met you never get to know. I kinda miss this place I used to live back home. Cause up here it's breakneck, paycheck, rat race, what's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. My friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cold night. Hell, and you can keep your 9 to 5, happy with the simple life. Yeah, I ain't here to try to change your mind. trying to save your time. In case you're thinking about breaking out the bucket list, girl, you can skip this funny business. Cause up there it's complicated and overrated. Down here everything is understated. That's alright by me. I got everything that I need, but there is breakneck, paycheck, rat race. What's next? I'm tired of feeling like a small fish in a big pond. I think I'll go back where I came from, where everybody knows my name. All my friends are still the same. I guess the slow life hit me just right, like a bonfire on a cool night. Yeah, you can keep your 9 to 5, cause I'm happy with the simple life.
Look at, so get out to the after shot. Look at this. Holy moly. So this is just laundry from this evening, but we are completely, officially caught up with laundry. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I hope y'all have a blessed morning, evening, night, whatever it is, wherever you're at. Know that I love you, but Jesus loves you so much more. I'll see y'all later.